Dionysus, the god of wine, ecstasy, and revelry, is a unique figure in Greek mythology. Son of Zeus and the mortal Semele, his story is shrouded in mystery and tragedy. Semele, deceived by Hera, demanded to see Zeus in his divine form, and upon doing so was consumed in flames. However, Zeus saved the fetus and sewed it into his thigh, from which Dionysus was born, earning him the title twice born. From the beginning, Dionysus symbolized duality, chaos and destruction, but also rebirth and celebration. Raised far from Olympus, he grew up in the forests, learning the secrets of vines and fermentation, becoming the god of wine and ecstasy. Dionysus was not only the bearer of joy and festivities, but also a god capable of inducing madness and destruction in his enemies. He traveled through many lands, spreading the cultivation of vines and his cult, always accompanied by his devoted followers, the Maenads and the Satyrs, beings who embodied the freedom and wildness that he represented. The myth of Pentheus, king of Thebes, is a classic example of Dionysus' revenge. Pentheus, who opposed the Dionysian cult, was driven mad and killed by his own mother, Agave, under the influence of the god. This illustrates Dionysus' unpredictable nature. While he offered pleasure and ecstasy, he also brought madness and violence to those who dared defy him. Dionysus was deeply connected to death and resurrection, being associated with Zagreus, a deity torn apart by the Titans and later reborn. This cycle of death and rebirth linked him to the mystery rituals, such as those of Eleusis, where themes of immortality and life after death were central. Wine, Dionysus' main symbol, was considered a sacrament that allowed mortals to transcend their limits and approach the divine. His festivals, like the Dionysia, were moments of collective euphoria in which social rules were suspended. The celebrations involved frenzied dances, music, and wine consumption, providing an experience of ecstasy and communion with the divine. The cult of Dionysus offered participants a temporary escape from order and responsibilities, allowing them to experience pleasure and freedom in its purest form. Dionysus also played a crucial role in the development of Greek theater. The festivals in his honor gave rise to drama, where tragedies and comedies portrayed human passions and moral dilemmas. Like wine, theater allowed for emotional release and exploration of the human condition. Through the plays, the audience explored themes such as madness, loss, redemption, and death, central aspects of Dionysus' sphere. More than a god of revelry, Dionysus represented the power of transformation. He bridged extremes, blending pleasure with danger, freedom with madness. His presence, both in the vineyards and on stage, reflected the complexity of human life and the struggle between order and chaos. Dionysus, with his ivy crown and ecstatic followers, remains one of the most enigmatic and fascinating figures in Greek mythology, symbolizing the eternal quest for balance between pleasure and destruction, life and death.